Hi and welcome to Overruled Tennis with Renato. On today's episode, we're going to discuss the winners and the losers of the last Grand Slam of the season, the US Open. We're also going to talk about Medvedev apology, and we are going to talk about Alcaraz tribute to Sinead O'Connor. We're also going to talk about some surprising exits. Most of the surprising exits happen on the women's side, not so much on the men's side. But before we start, don't forget to like, to leave a comment, to follow the channel, also to share with your friends or anyone and help us. No, don't just watch the video, please. Also give us a follow and a like. So on the men's side, we had the victories of TFO, Ruud, and Rublev and Alcaraz in straight sets. Easy victories for all of them. They played very good tennis. We also had another straight set victory from Casper Ruud. I think his partnership with Iga on the mixed doubles maybe had helped him a little. It seemed very clutch and it seemed like playing really in a very, very good level. Then we had Draper in 4 sets, which causes some concerns about the follow matches that he will have. He didn't seem to be playing his best, but sometimes people find their best through the tournament and not necessarily in the early rounds. And we had also Rune winning, Rublev, Munar. Munar unfortunately defeated Faria, Jaime Faria, a Portuguese player, which obviously I'm here supporting my Portuguese fellows. He got it in 4 sets, so congrats to Faria for getting at least 1 set out of Munar. Very good exhibition. He should be very proud of himself. So there's nothing much surprising happened on the men's side, and on the women's side we have the victory of Mukova versus Venus in 3 sets. Venus played a very good second set, and it was nice to see her on court again, and I will talk a little bit about her further. We had also Andreeva beating Parks. Parks seemed to be playing a good tennis and ahead of the US Open, the last tournament that she played, but obviously she got destroyed by Andreeva. Andreeva played really good, and Andreeva, remind you, has not been playing since the injury. So it was an impressive display from Andreeva. You could tell that Andreeva is a player who learns fast and starts to do things quick. I'm sure her practice sessions must be very good for her in terms of how much she can absorb, because we saw her play like very good tennis. We had Rybakina winning very easily too. Played an amazing match, 6-3, 6-0. Full on display. I think Rybakina had a tough year mentally more, because she seems to be attached to their coach to the hip, so I think she almost is like she can't live without him, and the results got a little bit better after, but I think she's always a player who consistently reach quarterfinals, so this is not like a very surprising. Then Kazakina also won, Pavlyuchenkova also won, and Sakkari also won. I hope her opponent had lock eyes with her when shaking hands. Apparently is Sakkari childish demand. And then we're going to the early exits that were not so expected. Svitolina versus Bondar. Bondar beats Svitolina. Svitolina didn't play a good tennis match. I don't know what happened. And Svitolina is like one of those players that I know she's gonna for sure get to the second week. Not just because she's a good player, but she's very consistent and she seems to be a good problem solver. She seems to find always a way to win their matches, so I was quite shocked by this early exit. And especially because she has the WTA finals, and it wasn't a very important tournament for her to get enough points so she could qualify. So now she made her own life a little bit harder, but well, it's her career and her tennis. So then we had Keys that lost to Renata. I will say Renata because my name is Renata, and Renata is like the feminine of the masculine Renata. So I am very impressed. Keys played like not that good. The hero seems to be coming back again. I don't know if she's gonna change rackets a 3rd time, but well, the last time she did it, she got 1 Grand Slam. So maybe that's the Keys. But yeah, it was a shocking elimination. I don't know. I felt like recently she doesn't seem comfortable on court. I think she after like Australia Open, she went on a stage that she felt like the pressure of winning, but also the joy of winning a Grand Slam. And I think they were motivated. But then because the results were not catching up, then is the second side of the coin, which is the pressure of, oh, you win a Grand Slam, but now you got eliminated in round one, or you may get eliminated in round one. So I think that kind of she started to feel the pressure a little bit later, I would say. Also because after Australia Open is Roland Garros, which is a tournament that she doesn't have great hopes on it. So because it's not a surface that she's really good at it. So I think it was easy for her to manage the expectations. But then as came Wimbledon, and then the US Open hardcourt series leading to the US Open. So I thought then she started to crack more under pressure. And you kind of see her on court. She doesn't seem as happy. And I think it's due to the pressure. And I think sometimes for players it will next year with the beginning will even worse because it's Australian. But then the pressure is away because no, if she doesn't win again second time Australian Open, she will feel like there's nothing else. That's how she can rebuild herself. And then you had the other match was Perry beats Kvitova, and in this match I will pair a little bit with Venus because I was very disappointed on Kvitova the way she played. I know that she's ending her career, and I get that, but like you have the chance to play a Grand Slam because you get a wild card or whatever, and you get this massive chance, and you should like at least practice for it and be fit for it and make it worth, because otherwise you're just basically stealing someone's spot. And I know, like for example, Venus, no one was expecting her to win the tournament. But at least like she got a set, and it's against a strong player, Mukova, with a very variety as most Czech players are. So I think that at least she saw, and she was like playing much better than Kvitova. Let's be honest about this. So I think like even though she's older, whatever, she at least she applied herself. She worked hard for that last performance or whatever it could be. But Kvitova, I felt like even in Wimbledon was the same thing. I felt like she never could get her footing, but I also don't think she's ready to get her footing. Maybe some things in her life, I think she's a mother or something, she's getting on the way, but still, you get this chance at least, like, you don't have to work hard for that long. It's like 1 month before, try to get the game, and just give fans something they are looking for. But unfortunately, she was eliminated, so there's nothing we need to worry about it. She's out, and I love Kvitova. I always love her tennis, and I will give her all the praises. She was a very enjoyable player to watch. When she was on fire, she was absolutely unbeatable. And I'm very happy for her 2 Grand Slams, and I hope she has the best life, and I hope in some years we can see her on exhibitions or some other ways. And then we go to the Medvedev apology, where she thinks Moses should be fined by what I have no idea. It was a very weird apology, but I found funny because last episode I said, oh, he's not used to have the crowd, and then people said, like, why didn't control the crowd? And he said, oh, I tried to ask them to stop booing. But yeah, but also exactly as I said before, it's like something you never experienced before. He riles up the crowd against him, not so much ask them to calm down. So I thought it was funny. That part on his trying to explain, but I think it was again a lot of nonsense on his apology. Made no sense. I don't get it. And then we go to Alcaraz, that did his homage to Sinead O'Connor and got himself a buzz cut for the US Open. Apparently he could not get his barber. He did it in France, but he could not get it in the US Open because it's too far. And his brother tried to cut his hair because he felt it was too bushy. And apparently the brother didn't do a good job, so they have to end up shaving it. It's a fun story. I think it was fun. And I think like the fact that he's kind of start to be known by some haircuts or whatever. I don't think it's something he should be doing a lot because it's like a little waste of time. And as he said himself, he's the type of guy who doesn't care because hair grows, which I am exactly the same. I'm the type of person gonna have a haircut, and if it's not the haircut I wanted or they didn't do a great job, I don't get that upset. My hair actually grows quite fast, as you can see. I have a lot of hair for my age, so it grows quite fast. So I don't know. I just get another haircut fast, easy. So it's no problem. And this is all for the episode today. I will see you guys tomorrow. But before I leave, please don't forget to like, subscribe, leave us a comment. And when you watch the video, it doesn't take you it takes you like 5 seconds. Just click on subscribe and it will help me, because if I get a certain amount of followers, I can start to do live videos, which I would also like to do. Maybe it's to watch the matches or stuff like that. But see you tomorrow for more of the US Open, and have a good day. Bye.